everybody. Ben Engelman here with Friedrich Iowa Realty and the Engelman team, and I'm going to give you a weekly and a monthly market update for Ames, Iowa for September, the monthly updates for September, and it is October. This is the update for October 8th, but I am recording this on the 10th, so a little bit behind here. Olivia in our office was on vacation in Florida, and she just got out of there in time to make it back. And so yeah, I'm gonna get these to you here. So what we're looking at, sitting at 118 actives, 36 pended, and 35 closed. How that kind of looks compared to what we were at last year. Last year, we were sitting at 60 pendings for September. So that's a huge difference when you start looking year over year, when all of a sudden you have half of the pendings that you had. And once we switch over for the monthly stuff and we start looking at the graphs of where we're at over the last 5 years, it's really going to tell a story and kind of show you where our market's headed. So we'll get into that here in a minute. But 35 closed. When you look at what we did last year, 36. So not much different on that playing field, but still what we're going to need to be looking at is what was active. So if we're sitting at 118 active right now, and last year we were at 79, that the active listings just keep ticking up. When you look at the resale side, last year we were sitting at 55 homes. We're at 83 right now. And of those 83, 74 are single family homes. Last year was 49. So pretty big jump when you look at that that side of the house. 30 new construction, so ticking up on that. You'll see that number go up a little bit more as some of those homes are being completed or dug for the spring market. So they like to get that number up for the spring market, which is a good thing, definitely. So that's what you're looking at on a weekly basis and a monthly basis there. But right now we'll switch over to the monthly stuff. And what we're going to do here, let me zoom in here for you. So when we're looking at the monthly stuff, right here, we're looking at active listings. Now, our active listings, we're still not where we were in 2019. So keep that in mind. This blue line is 2019. When you go down to new listings, though, and in 2019, we definitely had more through September, but we're right in the middle of where we were, 22, very few listings here. That's when rates exploded. That kind of halted everybody on moving because they had a 2 to 3% rate, and rates exploded up to, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's why you see that trending down. But as we go through October, November, the things that we're going to have to start watching are the days on market. They are ticking up. This is the most days on market that we've been in the last 4 years, really 3 years, I should say, 3.5 years. So we're at the highest point over that time frame. Now, when you look at closings, definitely low. So 2019, you could tell that we were starting to get a lot more inventory, and closings just weren't happening as much, especially when you look at the active listings here. So that inventory, then 2020 hit, and those just absolutely evaporated by the end of 2020. 2019 inventory did. But if you go down here and you start to look at the absorption rate. So the absorption rate, I'll refresh you guys on that, is how many homes are on the market. If no other homes came on the market, how long would it take them to completely sell out, right? So that's kind of a basic look at it. 2019, we were hovering between that 3 and 4 month mark, which is not a bad market. Everyone says even market on a, whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. Once you get around that 4 mark, usually it's pretty balanced. Well, we've inched up quite a bit. This is the highest we've been in the month of September for an absorption rate literally since 2020. So our inventory numbers, what that says is this is the most inventory we've had essentially since 2020. If we keep trending on that, we could see ourselves very quickly up in this 3 to 4 month mark. Do I think we'll get over that 4? Not sure. As this absorption rate number, it goes up and that inventory number goes up, that essentially puts downward pressure on the current homes listed and prices. So if you're a buyer out there thinking, oh yeah, wait for prices to go down, they could go down, but we're still not there yet. I would still consider this a buyer's market or a seller's market. The only thing where sometimes this is a buyer's market is you get to the end of the season, which we're in right now. So things are going to start trending down, as you can see here. Once we get into that season, folks that had their homes priced too high, have deficiencies, whether it be updates, things like that. If they've been sitting on through the peak of the market and they've been sitting on 60, 90, 120, 180 days, soon as those get to this point, depending on the seller's circumstance, their holding costs, they could hold that property for another 5 to 6 months before it sells. That's when they have to start thinking, I can cut prices now, or I can take it off the market. So those are really your two options. So folks that didn't find something through the spring and they say, oh, I'm gonna wait for the fall. If you don't find something through the fall, just remember what prices do in the spring. And if the market is still good and the interest rate is still hovering in the 5s, you're going to see prices go back up again, especially in homes that are move-in ready. So be paying attention to that. If you're looking to move now, it probably would not be a terrible idea to get locked into something at a good price, even if it needs some updates and everything, by the end of the year or by that February 1st time frame. Because once we get into March, end of February into March, everything starts to tick back up. Those buyer pools grow and people start looking for homes again. Weather starts changing. So be aware of that. If you want to have more conversation about that, I'd love to phone call, text message, sit down, have a drink with you. It doesn't matter. Love to talk to you more about that to see what works best for your situation. So, and then when you start, I'll switch over here to the sale price versus the list price, and hovering in between that 95 and 100 mark. Still, that's pretty normal. So all that said, the main thing that you need to get out of this is the market is changing. People aren't buying as quickly right now. And as more homes come on the market, that could put downward pressure. If you're looking to sell your home, give us a call. We'd love to help you figure out what exactly your home's going to need to get it to sell for, whether it's the most money, how quick, time frame, whatever that time, money, convenience, wherever you sit in that. But it's a big conversation and it's a 30,000 foot conversation. So we're not just here to help sell your home. We're here to help you through the entire process. And I urge you to reach out to us, reach out to whoever is on the team that you talk to. Let us come in, have a frank and open conversation with us. And we'll just lay everything out on the table. And we don't make the market, we interpret it. So that's all I've got there. Enjoy your week. Go Cyclones. Hopefully we can get another win this week, and take care.